I do? Just talk at the camera. Okay. Hello, I'm Rasputina, the caster of JoeyFaux, Ramos. I'm the caster, the main one, the Arcanist. Just so you know, as well, it's me. Okay? We seem to have some debates about who is the actual caster, and it's me. You're the substitute, you're the side caster, I am the main one. Because I am. So, you know, the December cult, that's all me. And there's no resentment. No. But, you know, so there's no confusion. So, I'm cold. I'm cold a lot of the time. I mean, it's great being the leader of the December cult and whatnot, but it's chilly. And I'm wearing a dress. This does nothing. The fluff does nothing. And tights. Who thought it would be a good idea to put me in tights? And I can never change this outfit. Suspenders and a little dress with some fluff in the middle of winter. Perpetual winter. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm cold. Of course I'm a real caster. Yes. Okay, so I draw upon the power of December, but it's still, you know, I have to have power to harness the power, you know, but I just put December in Snowstorm. And he's cool with it. And I, you know, can draw upon the power of December to be the best caster. If he'd have thought of it first, he would be the best caster. But it's me. Okay? So there's not a lot to do in December, perpetual winter. So, you know, I googled myself, and apparently there's stats and cards and stuff. So I had a look on a brief evaluation of what Rasputina can do. So we have offense. While awfully slow, Rasputina has an impressive range of damage output and makes up for it. Yes, thank you. She satisfies all the suit requirements for all her spells, meaning she only needs to meet the CC of any spell she casts with a high CA. This is quite easy for her. For me, yes it is, quite easy, thank you. She has 2 damaging spells which she usually will employ on every activation that she takes. Good. Good. So then we go down to Biting Chill. The first of Rasputina's 2 attacks and one of her 2 0 actions, which means that you don't have to spend any points and soul stones is fine. Biting Chill is a powerful spike designed to drain a single foe down to 1 wound before finishing them off with December's Curse. A bang! Thank you! Some good spells, yes. I'm very good at spells. More notable is that when the spell is successfully cast, it automatically triggers Overpower. Yes, it does. Regardless of suit, making it possible for this spell to rapidly reduce 12 wound master down to 1 wound in a single action. Yeah. 1 wound, 1 activation. Provided Rasputina keeps flipping 9+ cards and her target keeps failing to resist it. Okay, so that makes it slightly more difficult, but the flips are your fault. If you cannot flip above 9 every time, then there's something wrong with you, not me. So, unless there is reason to use a 0 freeze over, Rasputina should be attempting to cast this spell every turn. You should be casting this on every turn, just so you know. December's Curse, the best spell. In a sense, this is the most powerful blast in the game. Yes! Suck it, Sonia. Oh, while Sonia's Flame Burst can provide 3 blast templates and begin the detonation away from the original target. Rasputina's December's Curse has no suit requirement. No suit requirement, Sonia. Shove that, you gilt cow. To meet no suit requirement to cast can trigger overpower, which is great, and cast multiple times in a single action. December's Curse will often be the action Rasputina will take the most. It's so good. So, those are some of my spells. We can continue into when December's Curse is cast with the 12+ card. Nearly no minion can meet the resist total of this spell. No one. It's not uncommon for this blast to inflict 10 total damage. 10+. Spread over multiple pieces in a single casting. The 10 range on December's Curse does not seem very high to begin with, but once you start to look at the various options, Rasputina's choice for minions, it becomes quickly apparent as to why it's so powerful. It is written on the internet, that's what it says. I am the best master. And caster. And caster. As if there was any doubt. Okay, this hat is hot. When I'm not outside, this hat is hot. Just saying. Ice Mirror. It allows Rasputina to cast her spells through several of her minions, effectively increasing the range by another 6, the cost of decreasing her CA by 3. We'll skip over that part. The penalty can be reduced, and she should use Ice Mirror through a silent one, reducing the penalty to -1, so she usually has her crew include a few of these apprentices. Typically, you do not want to use Ice Mirror through an Ice Gamin or Golem, and you know, advice, good advice. Not a Golem, they're rubbish. Unless you're trying to target a minion. I think my Ice Golem heard me call him rubbish. That's going to be awkward later, but I've got 3, so. North Wind, an aura that the Silent Ones can create, which grants an additional 3 to any ranged abilities on the model with Frozen Heart. This can allow Rasputina to cast December's Curse up to 13 away, and combined with Ice Mirror up to 20 away. So, you know, Soul Stones, everyone needs Soul Stones. So it says here, don't be afraid to use them. It's not uncommon to burn 2-3 Soul Stones in one turn with Rasputina. Tough. Get that spell cast total up high and make sure your opponent cannot resist it. Also, the extra card will give you a higher chance to get a mask in total, giving you more damage. You should have no reason to hoard your Soul Stones in Rasputina's crew, as it's not worth spending them to boost her defense in most cases. And if you have another option in the crew for healing your models, just use all of the Soul Stones on my casting, okay? I am the best. We've established the best caster. So resilience, it says a section of resilience. The Ice Queen is one of the most frail masters. Maybe, but that's because of the dress! Who puts an Ice Queen in a dress? God damn it. Rasputina is generally better off attempting to avoid being targeted altogether. She may have a respectable 10 wounds, but her defense of 3 and lack of any defensive tricks will often mean that once an opponent has her in sight, she will not last long. It's the dress. It's important to keep Rasputina safely behind cover and as far away from the enemy as possible in most situations. Luckily, she has the exact tools she needs to accomplish this, including creating her own terrain. Ice pillars! Ice pillars. So tricks and tips for me, found here on the internet. Googling yourself is weird, I'm just saying. Tips and tricks. Overpower. Rasputina's trigger for her spells is incredibly powerful. Yes. Especially since not many other models in her typical crews will need cards with masks. So save those and use them wherever necessary to continue casting Curse over and over again. Always December's Curse. It says here. Don't be afraid to end up with a negative twist or even double negative twist on damage if you are going to get the overpower trigger instead. Your opponent will quickly run out of cards or Soul Stones attempting to resist the avalanche of damage. Avalanche of damage! Amazing. Arcane Reservoir, an extra card in your hand at the beginning of each turn. You have 7, not 6. Okay? That's amazing. Combined with Surge, especially since the Silent ones have Surge as well, you can often craft an extremely helpful hand without too much trouble at all. So again, if you cannot win with me, it is your fault. I am great. Surge. During the first and second turn, you will often find that your opponent is far too out of range to use most of Rasputina's spells against them. That doesn't mean you should pass your actions. Always try use all of her actions, even if it is as simple as casting Ice Pillars or December's Touch. Go for the Surge triggers as early on as possible so you can have the best cards in your hand as possible by the time you get to a round of combat. Also remember that Surge is dependent on whether you successfully cast a spell and is not dependent on whether your opponent resists it or not. Remember that. And December's Pawn. This is another ability to easily forget, especially in the midst of the situation when a black joker is flipped on Rasputina's turn, as you will likely be more focused on the failed action than the fact that there is a silver lining to it. This is a good ability to keep in mind early in the game if you draw a black joker in your hand, but don't really need the ability to be activated. If you are casting December's Touch, just try to get the Surge trigger and you can play the black joker from your hand, let the spell fail, but you can still draw 2 cards. Amazing. This helpful information, I'll put a link. I'll get Joey to put a link somewhere. So I'm going back into my cabinet where she's dutifully left me with another Rasputina crew in the Giant's Lair. It smells of chips in that place constantly, so I smell of chips at all times in a skimpy dress with suspenders and a furry hat. So wish me luck. Maybe she'll do another video with me again. Maybe not. Maybe she won't play Malifaux for a while because she hasn't in ages. Why spend all that time painting my stripy tights if he won't play with me? God. I don't care if you like this or subscribe, because you know you should just make her play Malifaux more often, because that would be nice to come out of the case once in a while. So goodbye. I did. I was nice.